everyone, I'm Agnes, your friendly realtor. Welcome to the very first episode of SG New Launch 101 covering Springleaf Residence. Before we begin, there is the disclaimer notice. We will start with the project overview. Springleaf Residence has 941 units across 5 residential towers at 25 stories and a conservation block at 4 stories. The residential towers have 2 to 5 bedroom units, while for the conservation building, there will be 1 to 3 bedroom units. The conservation building was the former Upper Thomson Secondary and has very different layouts from the residential tower. In terms of the unit mix, the 3 bedrooms has the largest number at 368 units, which is at 41%, with the 2 bedrooms at 332 units, which is at 36%. Springleaf Residence is a 99-year lease post-harmonization project and is expected to TOP in the second half of 2029. There are 759 car park lots, which is at 80% of the units, a good amount in comparison to the total number of units, considering that the side gate to Springleaf MRT is at 110 meters, a less than 2 minutes shorter walk. Aside from that, there are 236 bicycle lots at 24% to cater to the nature lovers who want to cycle around the parks. The concept of the development is forest in a home, home in a forest. Thus, the landscape design of the site revolves around the preservation of nature and heritage, integrating the environmental elements with plenty of greenery. Upon entering the entrance to the arrival court, you will be greeted by this huge tree feature with a grand lawn next to it. There is a running track in front of the conservation building. There are full condo facilities such as multi-function rooms, tennis court, and 50-meter swimming pool. Moving on will be 10 reasons why Springleaf Residence is a great choice. Firstly, there is no new home supply within the District 26 Upper Thomson or the 500 meters vicinity, as there is low density at the Springleaf area, which is surrounded by a lot of greenery and is very rare in the city of Singapore. The nearest comparison is Lentor. The transformation story actually started from Lentor Modern all the way to now. 6 projects have been sold so far, and there is one more plot, which is the Lentor Gardens GLS at 920 per square foot per plot ratio by Kingsford. Kingsford plans to build a new home project with around 500 units. The Lentor neighborhood has been attracting an influx of home buyers due to the nearby Lentor MRT on the Thomson East Coast Line, as well as ongoing developments in housing, retail and greenery in the surrounding area. Lentor Central Residences had a strong performance on its launch weekend with a 93% sales rate for its 477 units. Lentor Central, Lentor Modern and Lentor Mansion have been fully sold. There is actually very limited supply left at the Lentor area itself. With the strong take-up rate at Lentor, there is less than 2.6% at 78 units of inventory left out of the 2,954 units at Lentor. Hence, there is a lack of supply at this moment in this area. The launch of Springleaf will be timely for a lot of the buyers out there. Secondly, the side gate to Springleaf MRT is at 110 meters, a less than 2 minute sheltered walk away. Springleaf MRT is along the Thomson East Coast Line, which connects to Orchard, Great World and Shenton MRT. For those who love going to JB, it will only be 3 stops to the Rapid Transit System RTS at Woodlands North MRT. In the future, Springleaf MRT will connect to Changi Airport. There are also many buses that can bring you to different parts of Singapore. Thirdly, Springleaf Residence gives you great connectivity as it is alongside the Seletar Expressway, which links to Central Expressway, a major highway connecting the northern region with the city centre. The North-South Corridor, which will be completed in 2029, runs parallel to the Central Expressway to help relieve the heavy traffic on the North-South transportation axis and will enhance connectivity to the city. The North-South Corridor has a walk and cycle pathways with underground car access. The cars will be underground, while the buses will remain on the ground level with the greenery park connector for cycling paths. The surface streets will prioritize walking, cycling, public transport and community spaces. Fourth, Springleaf Residence sits on a huge site of 344,700 square feet of land, which is around the size of 5 football fields. As it is a major development with 941 units, you will have full condo facilities and lower maintenance fees as you have more neighbors to share the sinking costs with. Mega developments tend to have more transactions, attributing to higher profitability and capital appreciation. Fifth, based on URA's draft master plan for 2025, there will be future transformation around the area. Initially in 2014, it was a reserve land, and in 2019, it was changed to a residential zone. Springleaf Residence is at Parcel B, which is the largest part of the land size in the Thomson East Coast Line, and there is a plot of government land sales for Upper Thomson Road, Parcel A, which is closer to the MRT. There will be government land sales and business nodes around, while the rest will be reserved as a forested area for the next 10 to 15 years. Parcel A was previously launched as a pilot site for the long-stay serviced apartment housing, but there were no bidders when its tender closed on 19 June 2024. Parcel A has now been relaunched as a mixed-use site with 595 units and an estimated 2,000 square meters of commercial space, which will attract more developers and is right next to Springleaf MRT. based on the high take-up rates for projects at Lentor. It will appeal strongly to buyers as they also have the convenience for grocery shopping. There are actually 3 different MRT stations that will undergo transformation, namely Lentor, Springleaf and Tagore MRT. Right now, Tagore MRT is a shell station at TE4A, which is between Springleaf and Lentor MRT as seen on Google Earth. Due to the lack of ridership from the lower density of the people living in the area, Tagore MRT is not operational and not accessible to the public yet. The surrounding plot of land near Tagore MRT is zoned as residential, and it will be densely populated in the future due to the upcoming transformation, as the surrounding neighborhoods such as Woodlands and Sembawang are already very saturated with housing. The Thomson East Coast Line is built in preparation for the new townships along the MRT line, as we know that Mount Pleasant, a housing estate situated between Caldecott and Stevens MRT, will be opened upon the completion of the 6 BTO projects, which will provide 5,000 BTO flats. So, if you have a choice, will you choose an area where the government spends 25 billion in construction costs for the Thomson East Coast Line, which is the longest MRT line, to rejuvenate and transform the area? Or will you choose an area that is already developed with higher prices and not much exciting developments? With Springleaf Residence, you get to enjoy the first mover advantage. For the 6th reason, Guocoland is a top-tier developer with a strong track record as they have built Goodwood Residence, Leiden Residence, Martin Modern and Midtown Modern. They had also built integrated office and residential developments such as Guoco Tower and Guoco Midtown at Bugis. Guocoland is very familiar with the location as they are the master developers of the Lentor area, beginning with Lentor Modern and the transformation of Lentor. For the 7th reason, this is a fully private enclave with many landed and condo housing. Thus, most of the units at Springleaf Residence will enjoy clear and unblocked nature views as the landed houses are only up to 4 stories. For the east view, it overlooks the landed enclave, Springleaf Nature Park and Lower Seletar Reservoir. For the south-facing stacks, it overlooks Thomson Nature Park. For the west-facing stacks, it overlooks Bukit Timah Nature Reserve and Upper Seletar Reservoir. For the north-facing stacks, it overlooks Springleaf Forest, the Singapore Zoo, and Mandai Golf Course. It will be an unblocked view of the whole entire forest for the next 10 to 15 years, as it is zoned as a forested area under the URA's master plan. It is very rare in Singapore to have a condo that is in a fully private enclave with great unblocked views. For the 8th reason, this location is ideal for nature lovers who want a healthy and peaceful lifestyle. The Springleaf Nature Park is only a 5 minutes walk away from Springleaf Residence. There is the Thomson Nature Park, Upper and Lower Seletar for weekend hikes and lake views. Also, there is the Miltonia Nature Park that is coming up. Other than the close proximity to nature, it is also close to many eateries such as the Ampang Yang Tofu and Springleaf Prata. If you are an animal lover, you can always go to the nearby Singapore Zoo over the weekend with your family and children. When the commercial mixed-use development at Parcel A is ready in the future, you can shop for daily groceries right next door. You can also go to the upcoming Lentor Modern Mall, which is 1 MRT stop away. Currently, there is Thomson Plaza and Ang Mo Kio Hub nearby. As always, Guocoland offers a very efficient and flexible layout, whether it is to earn rental income for investors or buyers own residential stay. With the efficient layout, it will be suitable for investors who wish to rent out to potential tenants working nearby, such as the Woodlands Regional Centre that offers approximately 100,000 jobs. The Woodlands Health Campus nearby has around 2,400 clinical staff. There is also the Seletar Aerospace Park with over 70 MNCs and local companies employing around 6,000 aerospace professionals. The 10th reason is great pricing. Springleaf Residence is at Parcel B, and this land was purchased by the developers at 905 per square feet per plot ratio. What this means for potential investors is that it is going to be the most affordable new launch besides the MRT. Condos near MRT tend to have an advantage due to its convenience and accessibility. In comparison to Lentor Modern, the developers actually bought at 1,204 per square feet per plot ratio, and they achieved an average of 2,144 PSF, with the highest at 2,538 PSF. While for Lentor Mansion, the developers bought the land at 984 per square foot per plot ratio and achieved an average of 2,267 PSF, with the highest at 2,476 PSF. The best comparison now is Lentor Central, as it was launched a few months ago. The developer bought the land at 982 per square foot per plot ratio and achieved an average of 2,222 PSF, with the highest at 2,586 PSF. So these are the prices that the buyers have accepted for the Lentor area. Lentor Central had sold the 2-bedroom 2-bedroom units from 2,050 PSF to as high as an average of 2,250 PSF, 3-bedroom units from 2,000 PSF to 2,200 PSF, and 4-bedroom units from 2,000 PSF to 2,150 PSF. Based on the indicative prices from the developers, Springleaf Residence enjoys a safe entry price with a high potential for capital appreciation, and it is very affordable for buyers. Right now, the 1-bedroom units are transacting in the range of 1.3 to 1.5 million onwards, while Springleaf offers it from 878,000 for a 388 square feet unit at 2,263 PSF. The 2-bedroom units are transacting in the range of 1.67 to 1.82 million onwards, while Springleaf offers it from 1,078,000 for a 527 square feet unit at 2,046 PSF. The 3-bedroom units are transacting in the range of 2.29 to 3.07 million onwards, while Springleaf offers it from 1,618,000 for a 786 square feet unit at 2,058 PSF. It is very difficult to find a 3-bedroom to be under the 2 million range in today's context. The 4-bedroom units are transacting in the range of 2.63 to 3.18 million onwards, while Springleaf offers it from 2,448,000 for a 1,227 square feet unit at 1,995 PSF. If you have purchased a development from Guocoland Hong Leong, either a resale, new launch, or renting in one, you will be eligible to be in the priority queue and book before the public. I will be happy to show you around the show flat and to meet you to understand your situation so that you can invest better for a higher capital appreciation. See you at Springleaf Residence.